Super Monkey Ball, another beloved Sega franchise that has fallen off over the many years since it came out. Here to resurrect the franchise comes Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania, a remastered version of Super Monkey Ball 1, 2, and Deluxe. The original Super Monkey Ball games are now over 20 years old, which is hard to believe, but actually still hold up pretty well due to their simple arcade nature of rolling a ball across a platform. However, some weird design choices in the newer games have left fans wanting more. I loved the original Super Monkey Ball 2 myself, so I had this one pre-ordered for quite a while. I'll be honest though, the biggest reason why I wanted to play this game again was Monkey Target, one of the best party minigames ever made. So instead of a typical review, this will take a deeper look into Monkey Target specifically, how it compares and plays to the original, but I'll also let you know my thoughts on the game as a whole. So I recorded a Monkey Target run on Banana Mania as well as my GameCube just so you could see what these games look like side by side. Skip to the timestamp in the description for my thoughts on the rest of the game, but I wanted to show off Monkey Target specifically. For those that don't know, Monkey Target is probably the most beloved party game in the Monkey Ball series and has somewhat of a strange cult following. It's honestly all people want, and I'm really no different. The game has you launching your monkeys off a ramp and then flying towards a target to land on while collecting power-ups along the way in an attempt to get the highest score. It's super addicting, super fun, and literally the first thing I tried to play in Banana Mania when I booted up the game. So despite my personal history with the franchise, I was really struggling with Monkey Target. Like, I couldn't even reach the targets at all, and I had no idea what was wrong. They just fell out. Well, as it turns out, the game is somewhat broken in the sense that physics don't play much of a role, and there's really only one way to put up a decent score. The normal physics of flying from the first game are so incredibly different in the new one, it's honestly somewhat insulting to fans of the franchise who've been waiting so long to play again. I have no idea how they managed to butcher the one party game that I and many others were looking forward to the most. So as you're watching, you may notice that I'm doing okay score-wise. Well, thanks to this helpful video from Nintendo World Report, which I'll link to here, I was able to somewhat master the physics of the new game, as unnatural as they are. At the time of this video, I even have the 4th best score out there, which is not something I would have been able to do without watching. Essentially, if you want to put up a good score in Banana Mania, you have to immediately open your monkey ball after launching off the ramp, fly as high as you can without slowing down, and then coast to the target by just barely touching your control stick. Any movements that are even the slightest bit too strong will cause you to lose all momentum. You then want to collect stars and magnets if you can to make landing easier and getting the best score. While this concept is the same as in the first game, it feels so unnatural, it's hard to describe, but they really ruined how this game felt entirely. Essentially, since there is only one way to really move and fly at all, it kind of sucks the fun out of Monkey Target entirely, and becomes a technical mess instead of being the classic party game that we remember. I also want to note that I'm super disappointed I can't play this online with anyone. Not that I would want to in its current state anyways. And I wasn't exactly surprised by this, but I still am disappointed. I was really hoping for more levels too, and a more fleshed out experience in general. Like, how cool would a 4-player online Monkey Target game be, with a ton of levels, new power-ups, you name it. Like, that could really be a game by itself if done properly. Instead, we get a mostly broken remake of a game that plays better on the version that's 20 years older. Anyways, I'll let the rest of these side-by-side runs play out, but skip to the timestamp in the description for some additional thoughts on the game and my final score. Outside of Monkey Target, all the party games from Super Monkey Ball 2 are back, as well as the remade levels in the story and challenge modes, or the main game if you will. Although there is a noticeable absence of a 2-player co-op challenge mode, which is disappointing for local multiplayer fans like myself. Also, again, the controls are going to be a bit more sluggish than the original games, not nearly as bad as they are in Monkey Target, but even when turning the sensitivity way up, it doesn't feel quite right. I don't really know why this is. Some people say it's because of the rebuilt game engine in Unity, but the fact exists that it is noticeably less responsive and harder to control. Regardless, the bones of Monkey Ball are held intact enough that I still enjoyed it, even if I never quite got the feel of the game down when compared to the original versions.
Magnet Ball. Double score.
So despite this pretty negative video, Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania is not a bad game. It's simply a letdown by not taking enough steps forward, feeling a bit rushed, and negatively tweaking some of the mechanics. You may not even notice this, but after going back and forth between the GameCube version of Super Monkey Ball 2 and then the Switch version, it's extremely obvious how much better the original feels. It would also be so much fun to play a good version of Monkey Target and other party games and challenges online against others in real time. It's just such a big missed opportunity, even with the welcomed additions of leaderboards, missions, and basically a one-stop shop for all Monkey Ball levels. This does make me feel like the game takes one step forward and then one bigger one back. I will absolutely continue to play it and enjoy it, but the franchise has once again left me feeling like Sega doesn't quite understand what we want in a Super Monkey Ball game, and perhaps never will.